Have you ever heard of Abderarazak Hamdallah? Well, you should have heard of him because in the 2018-19 season, he had more goal contributions than Cristiano Ronaldo, and whilst playing for the same club where Ronaldo currently plays. Hamdallah is a Moroccan striker that never managed to secure a transfer to a big club in Europe, but who was always one of the best strikers in the Saudi league. Before the sheiks decided to invest millions in football, they wanted to sign top players from less competitive leagues, and that's how Hamdallah moved to Al-Nassr. They got him for only 6 million euros from the Qatari side Al Rayyan, and in the first season with his new club, he was a goal-scoring machine. He managed to outscore Cristiano Ronaldo even though he played less games. The Moroccan scored 49 goals and got 11 assists in 35 games, compared to Ronaldo's 32 goals and 11 assists in 39 games. In my opinion, it's hilarious that Hamdallah was the one that got kicked out from Al-Nassr when they signed Ronaldo, as they can't have more than 9 foreigners on the squad. I think that if they'd have kept both of them and played with 2 strikers, they would have been unstoppable. Morocco shocked everybody in the Qatar World Cup as they managed to reach the semifinals, where they lost to France. This was the best run ever for an African team in the World Cup. However, just like France, most of their players weren't born in the country they chose to play for. To be exact, only 12 out of the 26 players named in the squad were born in Morocco. The players that shocked me the most were Yassine Bono, who was born in Canada, and Achraf Hakimi, who was born in Spain. The Hakimi one makes sense somehow, as he started his career at Real Madrid, but Bono? It's a bit strange. Even though Luka Modric is one of the best midfielders in history, his UCL debut happened later than you think. Probably that's because he played his first 5 years of his career at Dinamo Zagreb, who were a team who did not participate very often in UCL. After he became too good for the Croatian team, he wanted to sign with a much better team, and he chose Tottenham. Even though they were never a team with a guaranteed participation in UCL like City, Modric made his debut in the prestigious competition in 2010, when he was already 26 years old. Nowadays, there are players that play their first UCL game at 16, like Yamal, so that fact is simply crazy. Even though Modric made his debut so late, he's still one of the most decorated players of the competition. Everyone knows Darwin Núñez for his shocking misses, but this fact has nothing to do with this. He moved to Liverpool last season and had a pretty rough start at the Premier League Giants, as he only wanted to score goals, not help the team. However, in 1.5 years, he tailed 9 assists, and all of them to Mohamed Salah. He might be the reason why Salah scores too much. I think Klopp might consider playing Núñez as an attacking midfielder, as he's a really good assister. Thomas Müller has played all of his career for Bayern, so it means that he played in UCL in every season since he made his debut for the Bavarians. He's not really a goal scorer, as he's widely known for his intelligence and passing skills, but somehow he's the 7th highest Champions League scorer of all time. With 53 goals, he's higher on the list than some legendary strikers like Thierry Henry, Andriy Shevchenko, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I don't know anybody who talks about this stat, as it is absolutely incredible. Müller's Germany teammate, Ilkay Gundogan, had a worse start to his career. As a kid, he used to play at Schalke's academy, but when he was 9 years old, he got a bad ankle injury that kept him out for 6 months. Because his recovery time was so long and Schalke's manager feared that it might stop his ascent, the club decided to kick him out. I think Schalke regrets the decision to this day, because Gundogan proved to be a world-class player. La Liga is a league full of very talented players thanks to Real Madrid and Barcelona, who have some of the best academies in the world. Even though they produce talents every year, they still need to transfer top players from teams they fight with in European competitions. Since 2022, clubs from La Liga spent 894 million euros on transfers, but that's not what's crazy. As you should know, Chelsea was bought by Todd Boehly, an American that brought in over 20 players in 1.5 years, and most of them for huge fees. Ever since his appointment in 2022, the London club spent 934 million euros on players. That's more than 20 teams from Spain managed to spend in the same period. How is this even allowed? Ronaldinho is probably the most enjoyable player to watch in the history of football. He won the Ballon d'Or once, FIFA World Player of the Year award twice, and is the only player to have won a World Cup, a Copa America, a Confederations Cup, a UCL, a Copa Libertadores, and a Ballon d'Or. He was renowned for his technical skills, creativity, dribbling ability, and accuracy from free kicks. In his entire career, he scored 205 goals, but most of them from penalties and free kicks. If you exclude them, Ronaldinho has only managed to score 3.5 goals per season on average. That's kind of interesting if you ask me. Ronald Araujo is by far the best defender in Barcelona's squad and one of the best in the world. But what's interesting is that he didn't start his career in that position. The first time he played for a professional club was in 2016 when he made his debut for Club Atlético Rentistas, a Uruguayan Segundo Division club. In 17 games for them, he scored 7 goals, and that's because he was their striker. Yes, you heard it right. Nowadays, one of the best defenders in the world started his career as a striker. Those who moved him to the center-back position were the ones from Boston River, so Barcelona should really thank them. The fact that shocked me the most was the one about Modric. What about you? Tell me in the comments, as I'm very interested to know your opinion.